Assalamualaikum and selamat sejahtera. So for this
Waalaikumsalam.
assignment, we required to conduct an interview session with at least 2 practice engineer to investigating the practice of code of ethics in engineering profession in Malaysia. So today we have Muhammad Zaki bin Shamsuddin. Okay, before we start with the question, can you tell me a bit about your educational history and experience before you working at Intel, and also your job scopes for now?
Okay, my name is Muhammad Zaki bin Shamsuddin. Um, I studied construction management at housing and building and planning in USM Penang. Currently, I'm working as project scheduler. Okay, monitoring the construction and tool hookup installation for a semiconductor factory, a very famous one in Penang, which is Intel.
Okay, now we can go to the first question. Based on your understanding, can you explain to me in short term about engineer code of ethics?
Okay. As far as I know, the engineer code of ethics consists of plenty, but what I know and always remember are four. The first one is honorably, and we have to be responsible. Okay, then the third one is ethical. Okay, ethical is about morality, which is right and wrong. And finally, the most important one, lawfully, which is abide to all law, especially to engineer conduct of ethics.
Alright. Okay, so for next question, why is it essential for a professional engineer not to falsify their qualifications?
Because that is entrusted certification given by the board or the government. It's like a doctor. You cannot misuse your service and your certification to wrongful things. Okay, once you falsify or misuse your license or certificate, it will not only give the credibility to the board in the bad name, but it is also jeopardize or it will give bad consequences to the society.
Okay, for next question, why you think a professional engineer should not accept benefits from more than one party?
There are two impacts. The first one, as I explained earlier, it will jeopardize the situation. It will cause the failure of the project or construction. And then the second one, you have no, it will eventually backfire that the engineer himself or herself. He no longer have the independence to make his own decision.
Okay, for next question. Okay, how might the failure to check the accuracy of fact and data before endorsing a statement or claim impact the engineer credibility?
Structure of the project itself, but these also have impacted commercially as well. Like last time, there are formula in Excel that miss one cell to include in a sum that cost million of ringgit. So if so being neglect of checking the data, the detail, being careless of looking at all details, it it not only jeopardize the construction itself, but it also commercially will give you a bad consequence. Perhaps
Mm,
commercial is very sensitive to the employer,
yeah,
and
yeah.
you maybe be fired immediately. Millions I've witnessed before, and luckily the bid is cancelled to be submitted.
Okay, alright. Okay, last question. Why is it necessary for engineer to only undertake assignments for which they are qualified by education and experience only?
Okay, as simple as doctor cannot do beyond his work. Maybe I give you an example. If there is a civil engineer
Mm,
trying to be smart on installing some electrical works
mm,
on from perhaps 33 kV transformer, it might cost you life,
yeah.
because only electrical engineer can understand the the safety measure in the high tensile electrical room with high tensile electrical equipment.
Mm,
So even the smarter engineer, they are good at their what they are learn and practice in very niche area. Like professor is not the smartest word in the world. They only know the very small thing, a very deep one. Otherwise, a professor can be rich or perhaps can cure cancer and all.
yeah.
Mm.
Alright. Good answer. Good answer. Okay,
Mm.
that's all question for me. Okay,
Okay,
before we
ventures like contractor. Yep, I think that's all for me.
okay, thanks for lending your time for this interview session. Okay,
All right,
thank you. Uh, okay,
my pleasure.
Hello, Mr. Alif. How are you today?
I'm fine, thank you.
Okay, let's go for the first question. As an HVAC engineer, it is appropriate for an engineer to receive any kind of commission from others in relation to work that has been entrusted to you?
For me, my answer is no, because engineer cannot accept commission of allowance directly or indirectly from anyone, as it violate the engineer code of ethics.
Okay. The next question is, can an engineer accept a part-time job engineer's work?
For me, for my answer, I will answer yes, but only to extent that is consistent with the employee policy and according to ethical consideration.
Okay. Okay. Question number 3 is, as an engineer, what document can an engineer approve?
Engineer shall approve only those engineering documents that are in conformity with applicable standards.
For the last question for today is, can an engineer do work outside his field?
My answer, I will say no, because engineer shall undertake assignment only when qualified by education or experience in specific technical field involved.
Okay. Thank you for your answer. Thank you for lending me your time.
Welcome.
We can conclude that an engineer must follow the code of ethics because of the code itself functioning as the guidance for engineer from doing unneeded work, or guide to be the professional engineer in their field that they involve. That's all from us. Thank you.